What's going on, guys? We're down here at Whirlwind Games, and we have Trey, who won first place Sunday at our charity event. Trey, what'd you play?
I played Phantom Knight.
Really?
I did. You know, little DPE sauce, and that's kind of it, really.
Remember any of your matchups?
Yeah. So last round I played Striker. It's probably the deck's toughest matchup, but I locked my own opponent under his own Mystic Mine in game one, which is pretty funny.
Love to hear it.
Droplet was really good in that, and then I played like two bird up matches.
I love the birds.
Just went second. I didn't win any die rolls at all, surprisingly, the whole day. So I played the two bird ups, and then just drew good going second cards in game one, and then game two, same exact thing. And then played Prank Kids. That's actually a really tough matchup, especially them burning and gaining life, especially going into time. So
Yeah.
kind of had to do a little bit of time management that way. But yeah, those were my matchups.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get into it.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get it into the deck. Start with the main deck, of
Yeah.
course.
Show us the goo,
It's the goo.
so everyone can roast you on your ratios.
Oh yeah. So I played 3 Torn, 3 Boots, 2 Cloak, 1 Gloves, and 1 Stained Greaves. I was really back and forth between playing just 2 Boots and maybe a Wings, but I feel like this is pretty correct. I'm not running Tour Guide at all in the build. For the sole reason is I feel like this deck is kind of like old Dragon Link.
Yeah.
So like last year, pretty much this time last year, whenever Dragon Link was like really prevalent. Just being able to just have the one starter and like multiple extenders already gets you into your combo. So I feel like not having like another extender another starter is really needed. So I just kind of just ran with this, and it's been working well for me as of late. So that's just pretty much the whole little shindig engine for PK.
Yeah. I know a lot of people before DPE were only playing the two Boots back in the day without the Stained Greaves, and like even before DPE came out, I was playing that exact ratio with mine.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a good ratio. I mean,
Yeah.
you have your normal summon, then you just keep extending with your level 3s and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then Stained Greaves being able to special a Torn Scale out of your hand, it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But what's the next?
Pretty so yeah, going on to the Phantom Knight stuff. The 3 Fog Blade, the 1 Shade Brigading. I mean, pretty standard, to be honest. Never really want to see this card in your hand. I mean, always want to kind of search it if you can kind of just combo off. But just God, 3 Fog Blades, it's so insane. I mean, just being able to stop your opponent's effect and just to make it where they can't even attack. It's just really nutty.
Did you miss the wings or the sword?
I didn't really. I kind of felt like I could have played Wings, but like then again, I didn't even really need Wings. So this was kind of it. I feel like this was the lineup that was good for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll obviously dabble a little bit with Wings, just to see how it goes. But I still feel like these four traps are just pretty correct.
Alrighty, yeah.
Then obviously I played the Seer and the Graph. So I didn't play Libic, because I think you're just going to draw into like an extra brick with Libic. But the cool thing is, like with these cards, if you draw into one, it's not bad. Because like you just make your Cherubini with your level 3s as always.
Yep.
And then actually like you can actually like gain more advantage off it by sending in like a Cloak or a Torn Scales of the Earth. Because like you have your Cherubini on field, so you just special summon like your Seer or the Graph you drew to the zone that Cherubini points to, and then you just gain value off it that way and make your Rusty. So that actually came up a couple times, but it didn't come up a lot just because they're at 1. But I just like these two cards just because special summon from deck and special summon from the grave is pretty good. Just get an extra body on board, especially with Seer.
Yeah.
Rest of the extenders. I'm playing Wielder, Tracker, pretty much your standard E-Telly lineup, if you will. These cards put in work, man. They're just free extenders, especially if you have these in the hand. They're just free extenders at that point. Not really much your opponent can do about it. This never gets ashed, which is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes it. It's just so free. It makes it like 4 copies of extenders, which is insane. These are only like the 2 cards I'm like really iffy about in the main deck right now are the Dangers. The only reason why I'm kind of iffy about them is just because they always get sniped out of my hand. Don't know how or why. Maybe I just need to like activate with 6 cards in hand instead of like 4 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they just always get sniped. But they're still really good whenever you get to resolve because you get a free level 3 on the field and then you just get an extra draw. I mean, their dangers are pretty good.
They're also not bad to discard off the torn skills.
No, not at all. Because then that's just a free. That's another just free extender, free body on the field.
Yeah.
So this is actually like just something I've been testing, but I really like. Instead of like Kagamuchinai or something like that, I've actually been playing Junk Forward. Just because like, so Junk Forward it's just like an inherent summon. So like you special it, and then like you haven't even used your normal summon yet.
Right.
And then obviously let's say I'm playing Rhoda in the deck, so it's a Rhoda target as well. So just being able just to special this thing, and it being level 3 too, makes going into Cherry Beanie, going into Rusty all that much easier.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for like the extenders of the deck. Then onto the god cards of the deck. 3 fusion, 1 dasher, 1 celestial. Yeah, this is pretty insane. I mean, this makes DPE, especially if you have this opened up in your opening hand and you have a way to make Cherry Beanie. It's a free IP and then a free DPE.
Yeah.
I just think this card goes really well with this deck because you have a lot of extenders in the deck. Literally, you do whatever you need to do turn 1. Turn 3, after your opponent goes and you just Scythe Lock him, you just use Dasher's effect if you draw like junk or any card really. Any monster, if you just draw any monster, you just special summon it to the field and it's free extender, and then it also gets the card out of your hand for Celestial to use.
A big thing whenever I was playing Phantom Knights was I was always burning my whole entire hand.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think Celestial, like those 2 draws, can be.
Oh yeah.
Like you're easily getting to the issue for that.
You're easily using Pot of Greed.
Next
turn. Your follow up, you're easily using Pot of Greed. So that's really, really good.
Yep.
And then obviously the Scythe, just to go with the package, just because we're Scythe blocking people this format because DP is a pretty insane card.
Degenerate.
Yeah, very degenerate. So just other spells, Rhoda and the Called by the Grave. Just really good. I mean, really good starter. Gets your Phantom Knight engine going, gets your level 3 engine going.
Yep.
Really good. And then Called by. I mean,
powerful 1-up. That's kind of sacky.
Yeah, just got called by the Lancias. You get a free turn.
Yeah.
Going second cards I played in the deck. I played 9 going second cards. I feel like these 9 cards are probably like the best going second cards this format. Especially just because like we have so many decks this format, like Drytron, Bird Up, Tri Brigade Bird Up. Just there's obviously other decks that I'm not thinking of right now. But I feel like these 9 cards are like the 9 cards that should be played in like every combo deck, just because like you have that opportunity to go in second if you don't win the die roll. So I'm playing the 3 nib just because it's a big blowout card. You literally just like clear the board. I think it's insane.
Blowout card for a blowout format. Know what I'm saying?
You know what you're saying. Hey, we got another blowout card here as well. We're playing a 3 Dark Ruler, no more. Just because if you just activate Dark Ruler, like you literally have a free turn, and then you can just kind of make Zeus and then just go off that way.
What about Forbidden Droplet? Just don't have access to it.
It's right there.
Oh my guy.
Yes, sir. So originally, I played Saturday, and I played the Saturday before the charity event, and not having Droplet was awful. I luckily got 1 in a trade, and then the store had the 2. So I was like, hey John, pick me up in the next 2, man. I'll be here. But I do think if you don't have access to Droplet, there's not a problem with running Triple Tactics Talents or Forbidden Chalice. I mean, I think those cards do not as well, but they get the job essentially against like different matchups. I especially think Triple Tactics Talents gets the job done against a lot more other decks than what Chalice can do. Just because Droplet and Chalice, I mean, they're kind of the same card, but Droplet, I mean, you could send like all your PK monsters to the grave and just use those effects in grave and then just go off from there.
Yep.
Which is really insane. But that's the main deck. Clean cut 40. Nothing less, nothing more. I mean, obviously nothing less. I mean, you can't play 39, right? Unless you're playing
Upstart.
Unless you're playing Upstart, yeah. We'll go ahead and get on into the extra deck. Obviously, the man himself, DPE. This card's just so busted, man. Just being able to have a pop during your opponent's turn, especially with Dagda. It's just insane. Just being able to pop Scythe and lock your opponent out of the extra deck, just really, really nutty, man. So yeah, and then actually, crazy thing, like, so like this deck like can kind of like play around Dark Ruler. So I believe I was playing against Prank Kids, I think, and I was going second. I went first. No, I went second, and then like we were just got into a grindy matchup. They activated the DP, or not the DP, but the Dark Ruler. I had this on field, and I had to set Fogblade, and they had a monster just sitting there free. So I would just literally activate the Fogblade, and then I would chain DP to the Fogblade.
Yep.
Just kind of make this make this effect available, and just kind of bounce off that really.
Yep.
Then obviously Link Spider. Link Spider's just insane. It's pretty good in this deck. It's not insane, but it's just good in this deck. Just because you have the one normal trap, and then obviously it obviously just eats up the nib token if you get nib.
And then make Verte.
And make Verte just go into that way.
Yep.
And then for Link 2's Verte, Dagda, Cherubini, IP. These two cards, man. I mean, my goodness. I don't think there's any two cards that just kind of just bounce off each other real well.
Yeah.
I mean, this is easily like that can win you a game.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm surprised it has taken so long for Dagda to be like meta relevant.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess it just took DP finally just to being released to actually make the deck or make Dagda pretty relevant.
Yeah.
But also I'm running obviously Cherubini just to do combo stuff, bring a bit of stuff, pretty good. Then IP, kind of flirting back and forth with IP, just because like the only time I can really make it is if I have Fusion Destiny in hand, and I can just kind of make it that way. It's obviously a good card to go into before you go into Access Code Talker. Kind of learned that like before, just to where like your opponent can't pop a 4300 Access Code, so it's kind of broken.
Yeah.
Then I play the one Rusty, obviously, and then the one Unicorn. I'm not real sold on Unicorn. I don't know, man. You could probably play Almirage, and like Almirage kind of makes things a lot more relevant, just because like you can just link off into a Verte off of like one boots. So you like use some of the boots, make the Almirage, and then go get like the trap that specials. Go get the Brigading, and link the Brigading off to the Link Spider, and then make the Anaconda and make the DP. But it never came up. It never came up in the event. But I mean, it's there. I'll still be playing with it a little bit, and obviously testing Almirage on the side. But Rusty just it's. I don't know why they brought this card back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rusty's that dude right now.
Yeah. I mean, literally, you summon Break Sword and you get 2 pops out of it, which is just kind of insane. Then I'm playing the one Appaloosa, the one Access Code Talker. Appaloosa's kind of in the same range as like what Nightmare Unicorn and IPR right now. I don't really make it turn 1, but like against like the bird up players, I'll try to make it a point to make that turn 1, just because they have so many effects that activate. So many monster effects that activate, but it's just kind of in that same category where there's like really 3 flex spots in the deck. I mean, you can make Access Code a debate as well, but I just think Access Code it's that Link 4 that's just insane. Even though you're probably going to get like 1 pop of it because you're mainly just playing darks, it's just still insane if you just buff something up to 4K plus. It's just really insane.
Yeah, it's gonna hit over anything basically.
Yeah, and then Appaloosa just. I've started to like Appaloosa a lot more than what I had previously, just because Bird Up's pretty good.
Yeah.
But obviously a flex spot if you don't like playing it, you can play something else. So on the XD is playing the 2 Break Sword, 1 Levier. These cards really need no explanations. I mean, special summons and then pops a card on field, brings 2 monsters back, which can easily make you a Verte into a DP or something.
Yeah, the 2 Break Sword definitely helps for the grinder.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And then we'll kind of just throw this all out there too. The Downard and Zeus. My goodness, I can't tell you how many times I went into game 2 and just like used all my going second cards in the deck, and then just made this and just like cleared the field, and then went main phase 2, clear the field, and then just kind of combo off after that. This card is just insane, man. Especially this card. This is probably my favorite card in the game right now. Just being able to just clear a lot of boards. Going on into the side deck, I played 3 Droll, just because Droll's pretty good. Droll's a really good card. It's been a really good card the past couple formats. Especially Bird Up, a lot of searching. Just kind of stopped doing that. And then I played 3 Lancia. Never used Lancia this event. I might actually just switch it out for Crows, because Crow kind of hits everything in the format right now. But it could be Token Collector too. Just depends on like what the meta shapes up to be here at Whirlwind. But Lancias have been there.
Yeah.
And then still going on the side deck, the 3 Cosmic Cyclone and the 2 Lightning Storm. So funny story. These Lightning Storms were evenlies, and then the night before the event, I kind of realized, I was like, people play Lancia, and then I can't even do anything under Lancia, so I can't. Why would I even run evenly matched?
Exactly.
So I just threw the Lightning Storms in there. Not really many people like take advantage of Scythe as a. I think they should this format. But obviously, Lightning Storm is just a really good card, especially against like Trap decks and Striker. Just really insane cards, and then obviously the same thing with Cosmic. The only thing that kind of just makes these two like different is just the fact that you keep, like, if you run into like the mirror, you can just kind of snipe the Scythe and just banish it, so it won't get its effects. To where this, if you kind of just hit the Scythe, you kind of have to deal with that too. But I think this is correct. Might test a little bit with Twin, but I really like Lightning Storm. I've always liked Lightning Storm.
Very nice.
And then just going first cards, 3 Anti-Spell in the order. Like I said about Droplet and Dark Ruler No More, they're just really good blowout cards, man. So if I get a chance to like side these cards in going first, I'm gonna side them going in first, just to create an extra precautionary, just so I can go off my combo turn 1 and side block them on their turn. But yeah, that's it. That's the deck.
Yeah. I'd say the Imperial Orders and the anti-spells are really good against, since we have so many Sky Striker players popping up now, it seems like.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they like to go second, so we'll just go first, and we'll just side that in against them.
Absolutely.
So there's that.
Well, Trey, is there any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, I'll shout out my co-commentator. I'll shout out Drew. Might as well. Shout out Nick. I'll shout out Nick too, because Nick's kind of made me a better player at the game. Also shout out to my girl Olivia Rodrigo. She's bae. And Adam Lambert for making good music.
Well, awesome. Well, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, thank you so much. Peace out.